Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second and 11 now. Allen, he'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Colts pick it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch that he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Brissett to throw on first. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Check.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 99. Check 99. Kill.
This is Grant. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
At the 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, boy. You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Watch the twist. 35's the mark.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And able to find John Brown. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Brown 80. All 52. 55 to Mike. Quarterback, don't get nervous, man.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Brissett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Milano able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Set, ready. All day, dog. Twist. Wide. Get wide. Kill.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
This is Hines. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
Check 13. Kill.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker. From the 16, Allen looking downfield for... And got his man complete. It's a gain of 34.
Gain of 34 yards. And the Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
From midfield, here's Allen. Got a man, it's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
This will be caught by Brown. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
56.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Grant. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Hey, check me 19. Watching the guy.
It's going to be a long.
They run the counter. It's Grant, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There's no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They go play action with Brissett. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A gain of 32 that time. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to flare up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kamale Correa with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. And that's complete to Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Brown 80.
Watch time, watch time.
From the gun, it's Allen. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And John Brown's got it complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brissett. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action now. Brissett. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. We're set on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Again, it's Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Staying on the ground with Mack. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kamale Correa, able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On second down, it's Hines. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Play fake, Brissett. Complete to Hilton. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Allen now from the gun. He'll throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Allen going to get this one to Singletary. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On first down, Grant. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Going to give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Mike 35, Mike 35. You remember me?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. To throw, it's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. But that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Throwing, Brissett. And he's got his man, Hilton. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? On play action, Brissett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kamale Correa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, it's White. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And the Saints have scored again, enjoying a comfortable cushion. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing now is Allen. This complete to Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great start to the second quarter, better than 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a give right side. It's Grant. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 3rd down, Grant, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th and 1.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
He's checking crowd. Watch twins. Watch twins. Big ass, big ass, big ass. 36.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 32-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 2nd down and 4, Brissett finding Green complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, here's Brissett. Funches has it complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Hines. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Throwing on 2nd down. Allen, he's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy! Come on, set! Where's it from? 49. Cut! Yeah! It's a safety cream!
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return will stop right around the 25. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, nowhere there to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chris Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brings up 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taken right around the 44. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left, and this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position back.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 30.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel-downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
They go play action with Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Indianapolis, it'll be a 500 start.